There's something that, you know, we'd watch from the beginning for its inception. And then next thing it's like, you guys are, you're doing sound system shows.
Yeah.
You're going out as Kurupt FM. And there was episodes that lent to that fact. It was almost like art becoming reality.
100%, 100%.
Actually, it was...
Yeah, it was art imitating life, 100%, because, like I said, I started off wanting to just be, like, originally an MC. Do you know what I mean? Like shout out Reich. He was, like, this kid at my school that took me onto my first pirate radio station, which was...
Reich.
Yeah, shout out Reich, man. X-Flow used to be called. Shout out Dreamer as well. And that was, it was Rampage FM. And I wanted to spit on, like, Reich is a bit younger than me, so, like, grime was just first starting, like, real early, like, you know, like, Eskimo and stuff, you know, and even, like, a lot of it was just the dark side garage, you know what I mean? But, like, I wanted to be, like, a drum and bass MC. There's no drum and bass DJ for me, so I went down there. My first set was me putting a DJ Hype CD on and just spitting over it for an hour.
Really?
Yeah. And then that closed down, that station, and then Reich started from his flat in Kingston. He started Kurupt FM. So Kurupt FM was a real thing.
It was a real thing?
Yeah, back then. Like I'm saying, we're rewinding now, way before me wanting to rap and be into hip-hop and stuff like that. Back then, like around that era that I was going to squat parties, just after that maybe, or just before that, I can't remember. But that's, Kurupt FM was a real station, it was his station. And I used to kind of run it with him, be there every day. And it was sick because it's like the first time you had a voice and people are listening.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Even if it's whatever, like
Precursor
50
our
people.
podcasts, that was like, that was your only way of getting the realist proper music. Innit,
And
Marcus?
it's the first time you had power as a teenager. Yeah. Like with Graph as well, yeah? You know, kids that have no control over everything, the first time they have their own freedom and control. I'm going to go right on this wall and I can do it on my time and no one's telling me no. And it's the first time that I'm like, I can be here. Yeah. I don't have to be. I don't have to like be on this big radio station and all this. Like I can be here and people are gonna listen. Yeah. Like whether they like it or not, because it's on. Like whether I'm shit or not.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you might get a text of some of your schoolmates like, oh yes. Like,
it's a cheap to enter scene. And it's really easy. As long as you can actually...
All you need is your subs. You know what I mean?
All you need is your subs, all you need is your mouth, all you need is your spray can.
A little bit of draw.
Yeah. I mean, it just reverts back to the whole punk ethos and the thing that
love
about
100.
that.
Yeah, as I get older, I clock that. I'm like, because obviously that wasn't my era, and I know you're into that as well. But especially, that, and then it went a bit slick, but then you had grime, and that was it again. Do you know what I'm saying?
That just changed the whole...
Yeah.
Which made... I mean, they were also on the cusp of like... They were onto tape packs, but you'd get a DVD in with it.
Yeah. Shout out Risky Roads, man. Like all that shit.
Tight.
Yeah.
You know, so these sorts of things were slowly... they were moving forward with technology, and that's one thing grime holds its flag.
And they didn't... See, with us, with garage and stuff like that, it was... having to get a vinyl that was made by an actual proper producer, And then grime was the first time where a kid could just sit in front of a computer, not a musical bone in his body.
Fruity Loops
not
on.
a technical bone in his body.
Yeah.
Get free sounds, bang it out, don't mix it. I've got something to spit over. That's my beat and these are my lyrics.
Best ever.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Get better than that.
Yeah. You know, but that's why a lot of heads would be like, at first, like the older heads, I don't really get grime because it sounds all tinny. You know what I mean? But that's the beauty of it. That's like punk, innit?
Yeah, it's punk.
Like when punk first came out and it was all like, there was more like bigger produced rock and roll and rock and stuff. And then suddenly this guy that can't even sing over a fucking thing. Yeah, because it's the energy.
Yeah. Resets itself. And if the old guard doesn't get it, then they go.
Yeah.
And then comes a new thing.
And it's the same with the straight letter thing we were talking about earlier. You know, stripping it back. You know what I mean? From all these funky styles in New York, stripping it back, boom.
Yeah, that's right.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Fashion and trends, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's
for
what
sure.
it is.
For sure, man. Comes in waves.
Yeah. So what we got now here, particularly with your podcast, this podcast, is we've got this new form of information that's being passed along. Of course, we have the radio, pirate radios, but now they're digital. Yeah. These things are like all online and things are all moving on.
Yeah.
I think what you guys were, and this is a big up. You guys are like the last of the people to signal of an era that our generation will look back on and be like, it was like that. You know, like Spinal Tap.
Yeah.
A lot of those old guards, they look at Spinal Tap in a rock and roll kind of way. It was like that.
It was like, yeah, you're right, man. And like, And at the time, we didn't know we was doing it. At the time, it didn't feel like history because it was like fucking 7 years ago. Do you know what I mean? And then as you're doing it, you're like, right, because history's short and that shit comes in shorter chunks now.
Yeah.
Like, do you remember, like, parents would be like, the 70s were like this. You wouldn't say the 2000s were like this. There's so many different times of the noughties. Do you know what I mean? Like, 03 was so different to 06 and 09. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
but similarly to pirate radio and the small transferal of, okay, now YouTube, now it's all technology.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Technology started moving faster, so you have to keep up with it.
Yeah.
But you have to, man. Like, you know, like, I'm not sitting here going, oh, it's better when you had to go around with records and that. Like, yeah, there's a beauty in that as well, but there's also a beauty in now and what you can get, everything's at your fingertips. You know, there's two arguments. Is that it was romantic before, the fact that you had to fucking even like draw, like just fucking, oh, sick, I've got a mission to this end, wait around, when you get it, it's so much more special. Do you know what I mean? Like, same with a tape, same with a vinyl, whatever, innit? But also, isn't it brilliant that you can fucking just order your bud online or go on Spotify and listen to whatever you want? Do you know what I'm saying?
True. And people take that thing as a... He's always quick to criticise.
Yeah, exactly. And that's how you get old and stale, because you don't want to move with the times.
Not about that, boy.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I appreciate it. You know, at the same time, I don't, when someone like a youth's like, oh, fuck that, it was shit. No, you've got to appreciate where things come from. And I love that I'm from an era where I grew up when it was just payphones. And if matey ain't where you said you was gonna link, you gotta check every park, outside every shop, every high street. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, knocking it out. His finger in, please, pretending you're not stoned. You know, I love that.
Oh, he's not here. Okay.
Yeah. There's a lot of miles you gotta walk, isn't it? And if you owe someone peeing that, you're not just jumping in an Uber. You've got to fucking go that way. You see what it? But that's hectic.
Yeah.
But there's a beauty in it all. Do you know what I mean?
That's right. And there's certain things you can take away from. Just going back again to the pirate era and the sound system era, because you guys went and did festival. I saw you guys as like a sound system, and I know that might be controversial to some of the older heads that watch, you know, that are into the sound systems. But
no, man, you got to rate it.
Yeah, man. No, but I do feel
I'm joking,
I do feel though that when you guys came on the set of a lot of it was almost like takeover time, and that definitely is a hark back to. You've got the new technology now, and then you've got this. You've got the roots in which you came up through, which is YouTube, but it's from a pirate era, and it's all these kind of.
It's like thought of it like that's mad, yeah. And do you know what? You know, I'm being serious when I say you can't hate on it, in the sense of, I mean, you could do what you want, but
subscribe, comment below.
Definitely do that. Yeah, no, but in the sense of, look, if we was like some actors who had never been in that world. We're from, I don't know, whatever, some next ends and that, different class, and then they're trying to do that, then yeah, you'd be like, fucking hell, like, we worked our asses off to get here. But I've worked my ass off to be in the music thing way before, do you know what I'm saying? I just switched up my lane. They're the same muscle, you're performing, do you know what I'm saying? I just switched up my lane, and now, you know, I'm blessed to be able to, and we do respect that as well. We respect the fact that we get to be doing these festivals, these raves and stuff like that, you know, gigs or whatever, because this is something we always wanted. That was our dream when we was younger. Do you know what I'm saying?
Just went the other way around to get it.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And in a way, I'm happy because now I don't take life as seriously as, but when you're a teenager, it's all about your how people perceive you and that. Like, now it's like, I get to do it and have fun with my best friends.